Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again. Here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing viewer requested topic. People want to hear what I think is going to happen in the premiere of The Walking Dead Season 4. So The Walking Dead Season 4 Episode 1. We don't have a title yet. So, yeah, 401. So as more details arise for the season premiere of The Walking Dead Season 4, obviously be doing some more videos on it, going to be updating it, and doing other videos on it. But at this point, people want to hear me do some predictions on what I think is going to happen in the premiere for Season 4. So I decided I'd go ahead and do that since we do have some different things we can make some predictions of. So what do we know so far? Well, so far we basically know, and by the way, these are not spoilers. This is called speculation. Sometimes people come on my videos that are predictions and they're like, you spoiled it, you're spoiling it, this is spoilers. I don't have any more information about what's going to happen than any of you do. I'm just making some speculation based on what's been shown online. I don't have inside information into, the scripts or anything like that, and I never have. So I'm just doing speculation here. But we do know from some of the production pictures that have been released behind the scenes of different people on location that Rick's group is going to go to the big spot. Now, in terms of timing, when is that going to be? Well, it should be in the premiere because the time when those were released online is the same time they were doing episode 1, as far as I know. Either 1 or 2, but I would probably say the premiere it's going to be in. Also because it would lend for some good action sequences, and you know how they like to start off each season with some great action sequences. So I think it's pretty conclusive at this point to say in the premiere we're going to see Rick's group go to the big spot location. It may even be the first thing we see for the new season is them sort of going to the big spot to get food. I don't think they really need to explain that because we did see the bus full of people coming. And remember how we do time skips for the winter. And as far as I know, they're doing a time skip for the winter again this year. Now, obviously, I'd like it if we could see winter, but because of the time of the year when they film, it just doesn't make sense. They can't really do a wintertime filming unless they started earlier. While the other season was airing, which I'd be all for that, but I don't think production-wise they can hire everybody, get everything lined up, all the writing done by that time. So just the schedule they're on, wintertime shoot doesn't make sense. So I think they're going to do a winter skip. They could do just like the same year, but I imagine Woodbury would have had a lot of food to begin with, but as the winter goes through and you've got all these people at the prison, they're going to run out of food or at least start to get close to running out of food. So they find the big spot location or big lots, really, which if you haven't seen them, pictures are in the channel. Go ahead and check them out. You can see what I'm talking about. And they do prove that at least Glenn, Michonne, Rick, and Daryl, because we see his bike, are going to be there at that location. And Rick on the roof, there's a scene of him. There's some military tents outside the big spot, so we're going to see a lot of that. And I imagine we'll just get a lot of cool zombie action in that spot. Now, some people are saying, well, shouldn't all the zombies already be clear, or shouldn't that place already have been, wiped clean? People have taken it over time, and all the zombies have been killed off already. Well, not necessarily. I mean, some places that are bigger spots like that, big spot, they could, pun totally not intended, they could have so many walkers that onlookers could be like, forget it, it's a lost cause, it's not worth it. Because if, like, for example, the prison is a good example of that. People are passing by the prison. They would see the prison, and they would probably be like, hey, there's probably food in there if anyone else saw it. But at the same time, most groups are not necessarily going to want to go in there because they're going to see all the walkers there, and they're going to be like, shit, well, we can't kill all of them. There's too many. So we better just say, forget it, it's not worth it. We'll find food elsewhere, right? We'll hunt in the woods, or we'll try to catch fish, or do something of the sort. Now, with the amount of people Rick has in his group, that's not going to work. They're going to need to find stockpiles. So a department store like that should have some dry foods they can go and loot and things like that. If there are a lot of zombies there, it could make for an interesting premiere, because then we could see them do lots of zombie kills, maybe have some interesting zombies shopping or bringing out cashiers and things like that. Somebody sent me a list of supposed action figures, and one of them in the future is supposed to be a zombie cashier. So I don't know if that's legit. It could be totally made up, and it probably is, but it'd be really funny to see, like, Rick come into the grocery store, the Big Lots, and see like a like a zombie cashier there, like at the till, and then seeing him and just looking up at him and wanting to go after it. It'd be fun. It'd be fun. I would like that quite a bit. Zombie cashier, zombie cart boys. The boys that go up and grab the carts and push them in the face. Okay. So I'm sure we'll see lots of action, lots of zombie kills to start off. I'm sure we're going to see them discuss, the lack of running out of food, these kinds of problems, these kinds of things happening. So we can anticipate that. I think we can also, it's safe to say that in the premiere, we should find out where the governor went. I think that it would make sense story-wise because everybody's going to be dying to know where did he go in the finale, where is he at now. So we should find out. Did he go back to Woodbury after they took everything? Because it was his home originally. Maybe he did go back there afterwards at some point. Maybe he went to that location where he fought Merle. Maybe he went totally somewhere else. I think it's safe to say he's not at the big spot now. Maybe he met up with some military personnel and he's staying at a base camp or something. We'll find out. I think they're going to show that in the premiere as well. So I expect to see that as well. I imagine we're going to be meeting a lot of the elderly people that were on the bus and a lot of the new characters that are coming from Woodbury. Obviously, Tyrese is going to have more lines because he's a regular. Beth, Sasha. Let's see who else is going to be there. So them. Obviously, all the other characters we had from before are series regulars. The governor's still a series regular. So they've all got to be in there. And then Bob Stookey, who is a new character played by Lawrence Gilliard Jr., he's not a series regular as far as I know. I didn't hear that announced. But he's a new character, so they're going to add him in there. Also, there is some speculation due to the IMDb page for this episode and the beginning of Season 4 that a character from the webisodes, the Season 2 of webisodes, Cold Storage, may be in this episode because she's listed on the IMDb list. Now, is that legit? Is that a mistake? I don't know. It's just IMDb, so I'm not sure if that's true or not, but it may be. Now, she was with Chase in the... Chase is another character from the online webisodes, which you can go check out if you haven't seen Cold Storage. Just look it up. You can see it on AMC's website. Really cool short story of a zombie apocalypse, characters in a zombie apocalypse that are really, really cool. Now, Kelly basically plays a damsel in distress, turned into by the end of Cold Storage, into a hardened zombie apocalypse survivor. Ooh, that was smooth, I didn't spoil that. And her and Chase basically take off. Where they go, they're supposed to go to Kentucky or something for family. There's a potential that maybe she made it to Woodbury or something he didn't, or something of the sort, because she is listed on the IMDb list. Is that legit or not? I don't know. I'm just saying she may be in the premiere because she is listed there. So it's possible. Don't bite my head off if it doesn't happen because, again, it's not my list. It's IMDb. Is it legit? I don't know. Sometimes they put characters on there, not necessarily the case. Morgan is an example of that because he was on the IMDb list for the finale of Season 3. So maybe that's totally incorrect. So going to see probably, obviously, new locations with the big spot, wherever the governor went. Going to meet some of the old people that were on the bus, some of the people from Woodbury. Going to meet Bob Stookey because he's got to be an interesting character. And going to see probably lots of zombie kills. I think that's how the premiere is going to go and set us up for a new season with lots of new stuff, new characters, lots of fun. Yeah. So that's pretty much all I have to say about the Season 4 premiere. Expecting it to be lots of fun. I'll probably do an updated predictions video once we get close to the beginning of the season, so maybe in September or October, something like that. But for general purposes, this one, with what we know so far, should make sense. I expect that's what we'll see. I don't think there'll be any major character deaths from Rick's group in the premiere. Not of characters that we think of as the core group from Rick's group. I don't think, anyway. Maybe some injuries or things like that, but probably kind of like the last year with Herschel with the leg. I don't know, nothing exactly like that, but I don't think we're going to see any major character deaths right off the bat in the premiere because we did have so many in the finale. Now, most of them were Woodbury survivors, but you did have Andrea, who was a big death. So, and Milton, another big death because he was a big character also. So I think it's safe to say there probably won't be any deaths right off the bat. Not at least until a couple episodes in. Can't be episode 3 because last year they killed off 2 main characters in episode 3. So they can't do that again. So anyway, those are pretty much my predictions, my thoughts for The Walking Dead Season 4 Episode 1. And again, as new stuff comes out, we'll be, doing videos on it, talking about it, doing some speculation. Not spoiling, speculation, big difference. And please let me know if you guys have any other topics you'd like to hear me you'd like to see me do, put them in the comments. Please private message me if you like. And when I get time, I will get around to doing them as long as they make sense and people want to see them. So that's good for now. I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, and I'm saying peace.